Oh my god, Lauren.
Much pain! So much pain!
Bears fall to Detroit Lions 19-16 by field goal, and there's a lot of talk about this game, so let's just dive into it. Trade Talk Sports back in another video, and I just want to be honest and be point blank. Listen, yes, they tried to make a comeback. Yes, the Chicago Bears tried to make a comeback, and they tried to do the Carter Bears and find a way to win, which I always give this team credit for fighting back, but I just gotta start saying the first three quarters, especially for the offense, look absolutely horrific. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you, hey, Caleb looked trash. I mean, I'm just gonna be completely blank with you, man. The whole entire offense was just it looks bad. And at first, it really looked like, I hate to say it, but it reminded me of last year's football team where the Bears were just going 4 and out all the time. Where the Bears were just stalling on drives, there's penalties coming. Defense was cheeks today. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll get to them in a second. It just, the offense looked terrible for the first 3 quarters. Caleb Williams threw for 212 yards. Jared Goff had 331 yards. Listen. Now, a lot of us know this was supposed to be the game that Caleb would break, hopefully the 4K1000, which I will say he didn't get that, but he did pass Eric Kramer, which Caleb Williams has, I believe, 393. Somebody correct me in the comment section below. Caleb Williams actually have it here. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, so Caleb Williams actually has. Okay, here we go. So Caleb Williams actually has 942 yards, 3,942 yards rushing and yards passing. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so Caleb Williams has 3,942 yards passing this season, which is almost 4,000, but not quite enough. But just listen. I do give this team credit for fighting back, for the offense trying to fight back, but it just you can't keep relying on fourth quarter comebacks, because listen, you're about to go against the Packers, which, listen, they look terrible today, and I do think we will beat the Packers, but listen, when you're in the playoffs, you cannot expect to play like crap for the first 3 quarters and then expect yourself to amazingly beat the Cardiac Bears and try to find a way every game. It doesn't work like that, man. And it doesn't work like that. And listen, I'm not trying to be harsh, but I'm being real with you, man. That performance from the offense was terrible for the first 3 quarters. It was terrible. The offense looked like last year's offense. I just want to be real. I might get hate for people saying, oh my goodness, you're being too critical. I'm just being honest, man. The first 3 quarters, this Bear offense looked terrible. It looked absolutely terrible. The defense, on their hand, when we get to the offseason, I do think a lot of us know what should be addressed in this offseason is listen, we need a pass rusher, and honestly, we might need a safety or two, honestly, because our secondary got torched. The last 2 games has been getting torched, to be frankly honest. I don't know about Jalen Johnson. It seems like Jalen Johnson, I know he's been, he was hurt. I don't know if he's still dealing with that injury, but it just seems like Jalen Johnson is just still not the same or something, because, he looks slower. The D-line can't get pressure. They was getting a little bit of pressure, but Amon St. Brown was like wide open so many times in this game. Even when Nashon Wright guarded him, Nashon Wright, listen, I like the guy. I think he had a good time with us, but he might just have to go, man. Honestly, Nashon Wright, he got torched. He got lit up. Amon St. Brown, Jay Williams, Jamison Williams, he torched him. He just not sure right, but just got beat a lot today. Montez Sweat, Montez Sweat. I think he had a sack today, but he really, he come and goes. Just off, man. Just defensively, that was terrible. We got that interception, was really good by Kevin Byard, but honestly, it was terrible, man. It was a terrible performance. Terrible performance by the defense. Offense, you cannot expect to be a Super Bowl type of team. Listen, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we're Super Bowl ready yet. I don't think this team has shown enough today. I think today really gave a good point that this team could probably win the Super Bowl because defensively we need help. We need help. When the offseason I have a lot of things of what we should do. Listen, we need help defensively because we can't get to the passer. And listen, we can't. I mean, holy golly moly, bro, we cannot. I mean, I don't know what it is, bro. It's like we cannot get to the quarterback. That's always been an issue. Now, the run game is starting to kill us again too. So we need D-line. We need pass rusher. I'm a person. I wouldn't mind getting Max Crosby. Now I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade 2 firsts to get Max Crosby. But I mean, maybe you could talk to me. Maybe a first round pick. But maybe you just go to the draft and build in the draft because the defense, we need some help. There might be a couple more players away to defense, but listen, man. I gotta be honest, bro. I was not happy after this game. I was not. I was actually kind of. I'm gonna be real with you, like Ben Johnson was. Which I didn't think he had a good game as well. I was pretty pissed off because I personally feel like I get it. Hey, I like the fact that we fought it. I'm glad that we fought it. We came short, but you cannot allow, like I said, you cannot rely on playing like trash for the first 3 quarters and then coming back playing like a top 5 football team. You need to start off stronger. If we're going to beat the Packers next week, I'm going to tell you this: if we're playing like this in the first 2 quarters against Green Bay, we're going to lose. I don't care what anybody says. They're going to lose. As much I hate to say it, if we go in here and we play like we did today, and we try to make a comeback, that this time it might not happen because you cannot keep relying on that. You need to start off stronger. Which Ben Johnson, I even watched his press conference. This man was absolutely fed up, as he should be. As he should be. I mean, listen, he, like I said, was the offense, like, for the first 2 quarters, I have to give the credit to the offense for bouncing back in the 4th quarter. But, still, I mean, the offensive line, have to be honest, was terrible today. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. The offensive line was cheeks. I think K was sacked like 2 times, but I mean, still, today he was running for his life. I get it. They got Hutchinson, they got Campbell, they got some guys on front in Detroit, but it's like, bro. At first, it was really starting to look like the last year's team, but it just, it is just some things that takes away from you being a good team and a championship team. Are the Bears a championship team? Probably not yet. Are they a good team? Yeah, they're a good team. They're a playoff. They're officially. I will say this: they are a playoff team because they're in the playoffs. Now, I do think, man. I will be honest. I do feel like personally, I think we can beat anybody in the playoffs. But it really comes down to, first of all, can we stop anybody on defense? Because these last 2 games we just couldn't. And by the way, we could not. They kept doing this crossing. They kept going with the zone and cross patterns, and we could not stop it. I mean, all game, they kept doing the same cross patterns play every single time, and we couldn't stop it. So, that is something we're going to have to clean up going this week against Green Bay. But, hey, listen, I'm happy. Listen, even though it sucks that we did lose this game, the Eagles did lose this game as well. The Eagles also did lose to the Commanders. So, that puts us as the 2nd seed, which is, listen, You got Green Bay at home next week. Your first 12 game Saturday. Hopefully you're able to watch. We'll see. But listen, as much as loss suck, at this point we gotta move on for Green Bay because listen, we're about to play our first playoff game since 2020, and we gotta lock in. And listen, from what Ben Johnson press conference, you know, he was pissed and he was already getting and like I said, he should be absolutely pissed off with this performance. I don't even blame him for being upset with this performance. Listen, having a coach that actually gets mad, not even mad, but actually gets accountability for this football team is something that we never had, and now we're getting it in Ben Johnson, which I actually love Ben Johnson, even though I didn't think he had a good game today, which, by the way, speaking of him real quick, we also lost this game, you know why? Because we stopped running the football. Now, when we kept running the football, you see it was starting to work, but we abandoned the run, and we couldn't get the run game going, and that was another reason why we lost. When you can't get your run game going, and you can't stop the run, you're in trouble. So, you know, I think that's something to do next week. By the way, we had drops today. We had drops. I mean, there was a lot of times Caleb could have easily got the 4,000 yards passing, but he couldn't because some of his receivers was just dropping the football. So we will see what happened though, man, this week. I hope you guys loved the video. Subscribe if you're new. Press the bell notification every time I drop a video. Listen, man, I know this little sucks, but listen, bro, we got Green Bay. You're at home against Green Bay. Look. And now we're going to see a Chicago Bears team pissed off. It's going to be interesting because you know Ben's going to have them fired up. So, but love you guys. See you guys soon. And yeah, the Bears.